An absolute A+ performance from Shakur. What a night for Shakur.
See Shakur closing in on Jamel Herring. The blood excited him. He sees weakness in his opponent, and Jamel Herring isn't responding. So Shakur did what he was supposed to do. Pour it on. That's what you're trained to do. And this is what everybody asked for in his last fight. So he got what they wanted. Are you not entertained tonight by the young fighter Shakur Stevenson?
Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So Shakur Stevenson, he does it, gets the biggest win of his career. He stops the WBO champion, Jamel Herring, in the 10th round in a very dominant, impressive performance. And when I say dominant, I truly mean dominant. He won every single round. You know, guys, the scariest thing about Shakur Stevenson is I don't even believe that was his best performance, because I still believe styles make fights. I believe when he gets in the ring with fighters that lack defense, like Oscar Valdez, like a Burchell, like some fighter like that, then you're going to see an even better Shakur Stevenson. And that's saying a lot, because this performance was still impressive though, because Jamel was there to win. He was trying to win. He just wasn't on Shakur's level, which most of us had already knew. Now, the first round, Jamel came out and it looked like it was going to be a competitive fight. He was pumping that jab. He was showing some speed. It looked like it was going to be hard for Shakur to reach the much longer, taller Jamel. But all of a sudden, of course, Shakur, he started to adjust. He started landing those lead left hands. It started getting really easy for him to land those lead left hands. That's when Jamel started respecting Shakur more, because after he got caught with a couple of those lead left hands, he started to get cautious. So for the next 2 rounds, he was real cautious. And Shakur was starting to take charge of the fight completely. This is when Bomac, he jumped on Jamel around the 4th round, and he told him, man, you're the bigger man. You need to jump all over him. You need to rough him up. That's exactly what Jamel did. Jamel came out that next round, jumped all over Shakur, but Shakur, he slowed him down. He started catching him with more shots, and he kept Jamel honest once again. From that point on, Shakur, he started to pick Jamel apart, and he started to break him down, basically. He ended up cutting him around the 9th or the 10th round. I think it was the 9th round, and that's when he finished him off, because Jamel, he wasn't responding to any punches, and the referee, he called the fight. In this fight, you had 2 American fighters that were the most avoided in that division. 2 U.S. Olympians, by the way. And when I say they were the most avoided, it's crazy, because it was just reported that Burchell, before he lost to Oscar Valdez, he turned down a Jamel Herring fight. And we already know when it comes to Oscar Valdez and Burchell, they both turned down a Shakur Stevenson fight. So you had the 2 American fighters that were the most avoided facing off against each other. So credit to Herring for taking a fight that no one else wanted to take. And this is the reason why no one else wanted to take the fight. Speaking of no one else wanting to take the fight, now we talk about Oscar Valdez. Now, it was extremely disrespectful what ESPN did. I don't want to hear they were pressed for time, because they could have speeded everything up and they could have at least did a 2-minute interview before they went off air, so Shakur Stevenson could call out Oscar Valdez, which is what ESPN and Top Rank knew he was going to do. But instead, ESPN, they did something that you rarely ever see them do, which is not even give the winner his post-fight interview on air. What they did was they said you can listen to the interview on the app, on the ESPN Plus app, which we already know when it comes to diehard fans, only a small percentage of fans are going to go over to an ESPN app just to hear what, the fighters have to say after the fact. You're supposed to play the live post-fight interview, or you're supposed to play that interview live so people can hear what he has to say right there. This is the biggest fight for Shakur and Oscar Valdez's entire career. Why wouldn't ESPN promote Shakur Stevenson calling out Oscar Valdez on the live feed? And like I said, you can't use the excuse of them being pressed for time. First of all, the fight didn't even go the whole 12 rounds. The fight ended in the 10th round, so they had extra time. You see, so this is not making any sense. And let's just say, hypothetically, even if it went 12 rounds, they could have rushed to do the post-fight interview. Like, soon as the announcer announces who the winner is, you go right into a 2-minute segment to get the champion's thoughts. But they didn't do that because they did not want to do it. They wanted to put it on ESPN Plus to where a fraction of the boxing fans would watch the interview. I'm telling you guys right now, this win right here is going to really upset the race fans. You're going to see them in the comment section and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to really upset them because deep down, when they see all of this skill, all of this dominance by Shakur Stevenson, they're seeing the next Floyd Mayweather or the closest thing to Floyd Mayweather, right? Me personally, I believe it's out of Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson when it comes to the next Floyd Mayweather. But this performance is going to terrify the race fans. They're going to start using their racist code words like, oh, this was boring, no matter how much action was there, even though you already heard one of the most racist blow-by-blow announcers, even Joe Tessitore, admitted that this was a great performance. So once one of the grand wizards of the decaf says that, it really makes these decafs on the internet look foolish, trying to say something other than what the truth is, right? But just for argument's sake, let's entertain what these decafs would say if they were to say, oh, I didn't like the performance, it was boring, etc., etc. Let me ask you this. Which fight had more action? This fight, Shakur Stevenson versus Jamel Herring, or Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez? That's a rhetorical question because we already know what time it is. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up, and I look forward to seeing what Oscar Valdez's excuse is for not taking this fight next. I'm on to the next one, y'all. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man ScalpCarolinas on Instagram. Contact them at 704-499-3471 and make sure you follow them on Instagram.